I'm doing a thing. In a shocking turn of events, I've now read 3 historical romances. And I'm about to read 2 more. I think this one might be a 5-star read. Hi, welcome back to another secret TBR reading vlog situation. I am getting ready to read with my friends. They're doing a Romance Booktubers live show, and I thought I'd hop on here and just kind of tell you all that I'm going to be doing a fun secret TBR that I've already told them about. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to be reading a historical romance. I don't like historical romances. At least I don't think I do. I have never tried a historical romance, I don't think. I've read stuff with time travel where it's went back in time, and I've read stuff where it's been like historical period, but I don't think I've ever read one that's a historical romance. I've read just like historical fiction or time travel back to another time. So we'll see if I like this. The book that I got is The Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare. I've heard really good things about this one. This follows 2 people, obviously, and I don't have the description, but it's a girl who like loves animals and she wants to save all these animals. She basically has a farm. This guy moves in next to her and wants to like sell the property so that he can have better property value or something like that. So he agrees to help her like rehome all the animals so she will leave. And we'll see how this goes. It should be interesting, to say the least. And I will say before I go into this, I am genuinely trying to enjoy these. I'm not reading them to bash on them because I get really angry when people just read romances to bash on romances, and that's not what I'm doing. So just for clarification, I honestly want to enjoy this. Let's hope I do. So I just told my friends I was reading Tessa Dare, and I'll just show you Izzy's reaction to that because it was pretty funny.
I'm sorry, I'm currently freaking out because Tamika's reading Tessa Dare. What?
I just wanted to let you know that I am 15% into The Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare. 51 pages in, and I'm not mad at it. Kind of want to keep reading it, which I'm going to do right after they get done chatting. So I just wanted to let you know I'm enjoying it. I love the animals. I did read it last night and I wanted to give you an update because I'm on chapter 10 and I am 121 pages of 356, so I'm about 34% into The Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare. I'm actually liking it a lot. Who am I? I'm enjoying this book. So essentially, I'm liking this quite a bit. The characters are really cute and they're really fun, and I really like that there's so much humor in it. I didn't realize there was gonna be so much humor. The way the characters are interacting, I'm literally laughing out loud. I was laying in the bed trying to, I was reading before I went to sleep because that's what I like to do in the evenings, is I like to get in the bed and I like to read for the last like hour or so during the day, just so that I can kind of wind down. I've not done that tonight because it's 9:36 and I need to be in bed here in just a little bit, but I had my aunt come down, so I had some things I needed to do. But the point is I'm enjoying it, and I'm honestly surprised. I went into this with the hope that I would like it, but not the expectation or the belief that I would like it. So I'm feeling good about the decision to read this book, and I'm hoping I continue to enjoy it, because if I do, y'all don't know what kind of worms we're opening up, because I'm obsessive. I have an obsessive personality, and if I like one book that's historical fiction, what does that mean? Is my whole life a lie? Have I been lying to myself this entire time? Have I gone 23 years without this? The world may never know. So I'm going to actually go lay down. I'm gonna go take my sleepy pill, and I'm going to lay down and read for the next 20 minutes. And I'm really hoping that over the next 20 minutes I will read. I won't read a lot. I know I won't, but I'll read a little bit, and that's what I'm kind of hoping for right now, is just to read just a little bit, just enough to be able to finish this book tomorrow is essentially what I want to do. Do you remember when I said this vlog was only going to be me reading one historical romance book? Because I'm on book number 2. Hi, hello, welcome back to a new day where I'm reading another historical romance. I am just as confused as all of you, honestly. So I started reading The Wallflower Wager and I'm only 50% into that. However, I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about historical romances. I can't stop thinking about buying historical romances. I can't stop watching historical romance recommendation videos or haul videos. And I'm honestly, I've had it up to here with you all and your peer pressure. I'm reading another historical romance book and I'm reading Lindsay Sands. So the reason I started another one instead of just finishing The Wallflower Wager is because I'm reading that one on my Kindle and I have not had time to finish it throughout this week. I have been so busy doing so many different things and I just haven't had a chance to sit down and finish this book. I did make it another, I want to say 10 or so percent into the book over the last, 24 hours, but I'm like 47% through this book. And I was just craving some more historical romance and I needed to do my nails because I haven't done them since before we moved and I was ready to have them done, and I normally do my nails myself, which is what I did today. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw in an audiobook, I'll listen to an audiobook, and I'll do my nails. And the one I picked was Falling for the Highlander by Lindsay Sands. And let me just go ahead and tell you, I didn't know it was book 4 in a series, so yes, I'm confused. Just a little. I'm still gonna finish it. I am 35% through it. I have about 6.5 hours left of the audiobook, and I anticipate that I won't finish this book until Monday. And I say that because even though I've got stuff that I can do and listen to an audiobook where Brad's home and he'll probably be helping me, I probably won't listen to the audiobook again until Monday because I want to finish The Wallflower Wager. But let me tell you about this one. So this one involves a couple people whose names I've already kind of forgotten a little bit, but it's okay. Like once I get back into the audiobook, it's just because I'm in the beginning part of the audiobook and I haven't really nailed the names down yet. It follows our heroine and our hero. Our heroine is offered up to basically be sold for some horses by her brother to this dude who sells horses. She runs away because she does not want to be ruined, and she does not want to be sold because he's offering to sell her to someone else to get money, and he has a gambling problem and whatnot. So she runs away and our hero takes her and is going to take her over to Scotland and stuff. It's a Highlander romance and he wears a kilt and I'm here for it. It's very cute because he's just like, maybe when I am done selling horses, I'll get married and I'll want a wife. And she's over here like, my heart. She's over here like, oh, if only he wanted a wife. And I'm just like, you all just get married because you all want a wife. Well, let me rephrase that. You want to be married, you want to be a wife, you want a wife, make it happen. So I've been waiting for them to just propose marriage at any point. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I wish it would. I have a lot of feelings toward this. I'm in a very interesting spot because I'm just like, I didn't think I would like historical romances and I'm over here like ready to read all of them because this is just the most precious thing in my entire heart. I just can't take it. My heart can't take it. I've already put a hold on for the first book. Was I a little confused? Yes, because we started talking about characters and I was like, what is going on? Who are you? I've never heard of you before. Realized I'm a big dumb and I just decided we're just rolling with it. We're rolling with the punches. I can understand if I don't enjoy this one as much as I would normally, but that's okay because I know that going in. So I am excited to finish this book and to read another historical romance maybe? I don't know. I am hopefully not going to throw another one into this, but so far I've read half of one and almost half of another one, and who knows, I might throw another one in here and this might be just reading historical romance for the first time with like 17 books in it. We don't know yet. I'm enjoying it. And this is a situation I did not anticipate. So I have some updates. They'll be quick, I promise, because I have more reading to do. So I have finished The Wallflower Wager by Tessa Dare and also Falling for the Highlander by Lindsay Sands. I was hoping to do these updates separate from each other, but since I was a Hot Mess Express and I didn't do that, we're just gonna put the update right here, and then you will have, you know, the rest of this reading vlog as you do. But I finished the Wallflower Wager, and it was so cute. I loved Gabriel. I love the Duke of Ruin. He could ruin me any day. So the next thing that I finished, which I think I did update you and let you all know that I was reading it and I was enjoying it, but I had, you know, it was a little confused because I was in the middle of a series is when I plopped in, and I don't think I want to do that anymore. I kind of want to start from the beginning of series, even though the Wallflower Wager is the third in a series. With that one I didn't feel lost, but with the Highlander one that I read, I was super lost and super confused because it is the fourth book in a series. But I'll just kind of give you some highlights. I don't remember their names because I was listening to it on audio and their names kind of like went over my head, but they were really cute too. I love the Scottish accent because I listened to this on audio. I thought that really helped and made me really like the story. I really liked the way that they came together because it was a marriage of well, not a marriage of convenience, but kind of had a marriage of convenience in there. 20 out of 10. Love that I like historical romances, and let's go ahead and put those in on my spreadsheet because I think that's what we should do together. We should sit here and I should tell you what I thought about them, and then we'll put them in my spreadsheet. Actually, I can take you over to my computer and we can do it. Let's probably do that. The characters in the Wallflower Wager, honestly, adorable. I'm giving them a 10. I'm very critical, as you can see. The atmosphere, honestly, I was honestly shocked with how much I liked it. And if I hadn't expected to hate historicals so much with like the atmosphere and the time setting or the time period, because I just don't like history, this would not get a 10. I'm gonna give it like an 8 because like I really liked it, but like did I absolutely love it the way I loved Penny and Gabe? Not really, but I liked it. So I mean, there's that. The writing, I thought it was actually really easy to get into, and I really liked how funny this book was. So for the writing, I'm gonna give it a 7, just because, you know, it's not the best writing I've ever read, but it was pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. Okay, so the plot, the whole idea was freaking precious, and I loved it. I loved that she had these creatures and her brother wanted to bring her home, so she had to find a groom or find a husband, and I love that he was trying to increase the property value of his place. So you know what? I'm gonna give that an 8 too, because I loved it. And then we've got logic. Did I think everything in here made sense? For the most part, yes. I don't understand why Penny was so naive at points, but I guess that was just part of who she was. So I guess for her, everything she did made sense. And then for Gabe, I felt like everything he did made sense. And I felt like their situation made sense. So I'm gonna give it a 7. How do I guess these numbers? Whatever feels right. I don't know. Okay. Oh wait, that was intrigue. I was on the wrong one. That gets 7 anyway. So intrigue. Was I interested the whole time? Yeah, I wanted to know if they were getting together. It did take me a little while to read this one though. Part of that was because of just not being able to read. So I'm gonna give that a 6. I'm gonna 6. Okay, and then my enjoyment overall. How did I like this? Honestly, I really liked it, and I think it deserves an 8. Wasn't absolutely perfect, but was really high up there. So I give it a 4 stars. And if you all want to know what this spreadsheet is, it's from Book Roast. I think it's from G from Book Roast. And it just kind of calculates how I feel about the books, and it lets me be a little more critical and like have reasoning behind why my ratings are what they are, because I changed my rating system so much. I just thought this was a good way to kind of get that in there and figure that out for myself. Now we're going to do Falling for the Highlander. The characters in that one were a little forgettable, so and I mean, though I enjoyed them, I thought they were pretty forgettable. So I'm gonna give them a 6 because I didn't. Well, no, I'm gonna give them a 5 because though I enjoyed them, I couldn't tell you a thing about them. I couldn't remember their names or really anything else about them. So then we've got atmosphere, and then the atmosphere on this one killed it. I mean, we're giving that one a 9 right there. just because it's in Scotland, and the audiobook experience put me right there in Scotland. I love Highlanders. So the writing, again, I felt like it was pretty good, and I really liked that. So I mean, was it the best I'd ever read? I didn't giggle or anything, and I felt like it did what it wanted to do, and I was fine with it, so I'm gonna give it a 7. Plot, I thought it was an interesting plot. It wasn't my favorite. I don't think it was very unique, or you know, I don't think it was the most unique idea, but I think it worked for what the author was trying to do, so I'm gonna give it a 6. And then intrigue, I was interested, I was just confused as shit, so I'm gonna put a 5 on that one. Logic, did I think anything that happened and it made sense? Yes, I feel like it made sense and I thought it worked, so 7. And then enjoyment, just because it was Highlander romances and because it was a Highlander, and the audiobook experience, overall my enjoyment level, I would have gave it a 3-star. So for that reason, I'm gonna kind of go in the middle and give it like a 6, and I'm correct. It got a 3-star. So I kind of figured that was about what it was gonna be, but that just kind of confirms for me. So my first one was a 4-star and my second one was a 3-star. So we're gonna hop in to the next romance, which is, hold on, where's my phone? So the next one we're going to jump into is what am I saying? Highlander Spitfire. This is by Mary Wine, and we'll hop back in a minute. This is a Highlander romance set in Scotland. It's an enemies to lovers, set around 2 characters whose names are completely escaping me. But it's about those 2 characters, enemies to lovers. They have a marriage of convenience because they're trying to end a feud between their families, and it's gonna be a fun time, so I'm excited. This is also what I'm listening to on audiobook, and this is also one that is going to be a narrated by someone who's Scottish, so I'm very excited. I love a Scottish accent, so let's hop into it. Let's see what I think. Hi, this is post the editing Tamika here, realizing the clip that I had for this video, well, specifically for this book in the video, got misplaced. So I'm going to recreate it for you and just let you know what my thoughts were during the reading that I had mentioned. And we're gonna pretend this is just supposed to be that clip. I love these characters a lot, and I love the relationship between them, and I love the fact that these 2 characters are fighting their attraction to one another, and they're trying to remain like they're trying to stay away from each other. So like the entire family is like following them around right now to make sure that the lady does not go and try to get the marriage annulled. I love that. I love that overbearing nature of it, and how they're like trying to peer pressure them into going ahead and getting on with it, and I love it. Like normally I wouldn't like that, but with this one I just think it's so funny, and I think it's working really well. So I'm excited to keep reading, and I am really liking it so far. Hello, it's that time again. Hi. Welcome back to another clip in this vlog where we rate the book I just read, and this one has, I think I only updated like 1 time with this one. I basically read this in the entirety of a day at work. I think I started it and then read it like in a sitting. So I want to rate it on Goodreads. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna rate it with my spreadsheet. You all know the drill. I showed you all this with the last ones. So let me tell you a little bit of my thoughts, and then we'll jump into rating it, because I am so excited, and I think this one might be a 5-star read. I'm just saying. I don't know. I really loved the atmosphere in this one. I really loved the characters in this one. I really loved the enemies to lovers in this one. I really loved the feud in this one. I loved everything about it. So let's jump into the rating, because I don't think I can speak coherently on this book, in case you have forgotten. It is called, what is it called? It is Highland Spitfire, and this is by Mary Wine. So, how do I feel about these characters? 10. I loved them. I loved these characters. I loved them. I loved the atmosphere. It was a 10. I love the Scotland. Like, it was absolutely perfect. Perfect. So I now know it was 100% that I just jumped into the middle of an audiobook and I didn't, you know, I didn't know what was going on. I jumped in the middle of a series. So it was definitely not the Highlander part of the book. I actually just bought another Highlander romance. I love them. 20 out of 10. I want a million more of these. So the writing, it was adorable. I loved it. I didn't giggle, but where I was listening to it on audiobook, I don't really judge the writing as harshly as if I were, say, reading the book. So take that with a grain of salt. I am going to give this like an 8. The plot. God, I love some enemies to lovers. I love enemies to lovers, and I love the fact that these two characters had to get married to save like their families. So 10, because the whole premise was literally felt like it was written for me. So I loved it. 20 million out of 10. Intrigued. I was invested the whole time. I was like trying to speed through it faster because I wanted more, but also I was trying to slow down because like I wanted to know what was going to happen, but like I didn't want it to be over too soon. And I already kind of had an idea of what the next couple is going to be for the next book. And I was right. I went and looked, and I'm very excited because I also checked that one out. I'm not reading it for this vlog, but I'm excited to read it. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Logic. Do I think everything made sense? Yeah. I think when you get to when you start reading historical romances, which was something I was not expecting, I was expecting it to not be very steamy. These two were married, and then it got really steamy because obviously it's a marriage of convenience, or an arranged marriage, or however you want to like refer to it as. And I really, really loved the way that the characters, how their chemistry worked, like came right off the page from chapter 1, even though they hated each other. And I think the way that they went about their marriage made sense. I think their thought process made sense. I think their the way they felt about each other made sense. I just loved all of it. I'm giving it a 10. I don't give out 5 stars very often, so this is a very big deal. And honestly, 10. It's a 10. This is a 5-star book. This is a 5-star read, and I cannot wait to buy a copy of this to put on my bookshelf because I love this book. I love Highlander romances. Who am I? I loved this one, and I can't wait to read more of them. Like, I only ever want to read historical romance ever again. So, alright, we got another book to read. I'm overwhelmed with how excited I am and how well this has gone so far. So if these next 2 books crush my heart, we're out, we're done. So alright, so the next one that I have is going to be a novella, and then the one after that's a short story, but it's like labeled a novella. So I have 2 here that I'm going to be reading next. The first one is one that I bought. It's a novella, and it's by Cat Sebastian, and it is A Little Light of Mischief, and this is a sapphic romance, which I'm very excited because I love sapphic romances. I love, well, let me rephrase that. I love female-female romances. I don't know if it has to be historical to be sapphic, so I love female-female romances, so I am down for a historical female-female romance. I can't wait to read that. As a queer person, I love that. So I can't wait to read a female-female romance. I've been wanting to read a ton of them, and I just haven't really found a ton that I am super interested in. I have a handful that I want to read, but I just haven't had the time to pick them up, or I haven't really been in the mood to read. I don't know if I'm going to read this one next, or if I'm going to read that one tomorrow. I don't know when I'm reading that one, but I'm going to read that. I'm very excited to read it. And Izzy actually let me borrow this one. She sent it to me on Kindle, and it is Agnes Moore's Wild Night by Alyssa Cole. And this one's like 33 pages. Yeah, this is 33 pages, and I have no clue what it's about other than Izzy sent it to me, so I'm gonna read it. So I just haven't stopped talking about historical romances in our romance group. So this one's for you guys. It's for you. So yeah, I'm gonna go read this. I'm probably gonna go read Agnes Moore's Wild Court next because it's really, really short, and I can just give you all a quick update on it and let you know if I liked it or not. I probably won't like update you as I'm reading it. I will probably just update you in the next update, or right before I start the other book. So okay, so I wanted to let you know that I finished Agnes Moore's Wild Night. The way I said it a second ago, the country came right out. So I finished that on whatever night that I told you I was reading it. I finished it. I don't want to give it a rating because it's a short story and I don't typically have enough connection with a short story to be able to give it a good rating or to be able to give it a fair rating. My thoughts, it was fine. I think I definitely need more to be able to know whether or not I like the medieval time period. So I'd either need like a novella or a full-length book. But yeah, I am interested in reading another full-length book, and I did like Alyssa Cole's writing, so I'm really excited to read more from her. Okay, so I'm currently reading A Little Light Mischief by Cat Sebastian, and I'm going to try to finish this today. I have 14% of this. I'm actually going to go over to my computer and I'm gonna actually get ready. We have a live show today at 2. When you're watching this, Saturday we had a live show at 2 o'clock. It was just a milestone kind of thing. It's a romance celebration with my friends. And I am going to edit the most of this vlog. That way it's ready to go up. I'm hoping to have it up tomorrow. So we'll see if I finish this book and we'll see if I can get it up tomorrow. Thoughts so far on the 14% I've read on A Little Light Mischief. I don't know why that was so hard. That's so hard for me to say. I think that it's not a lot going on yet. I mean, I love the instant attraction we have to one of the characters from another character. And I love the concept so far. So I'm very excited to keep reading and to actually be able to sit down and read it, because what I've like read in 2 different chunks. So I don't feel like I get really invested in a story when I only read for like 5 or 10 minutes. But I want to sit down tonight and like actually sit down and read the entire thing, because I think I could read it in like one sitting if I actually sat down and read the book. If I just sat down and did the dang thing. And then I can finish this vlog up for you, because that's what we're here for. We want to finish the vlog. We want to know, does Tamika like historical romance? The book haul you're about to get in August will tell you whether or not I like historical romance. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. So I just finished the last book for this challenge. I read, well, it became a challenge somewhere along the line, but I just finished A Little Light Mischief. I don't know why that title is just the hardest thing ever for me to say, but I finished it. I liked it. I thought it was really cute. I liked the female-female relationship, and I loved the way they got a happily ever after, and I thought it was done fairly well. The one thing that I was not the biggest fan of was there wasn't enough. And normally I love novellas, and I can give a novella 5 stars no problem, because I think novellas are just really, really good and I don't normally have an issue with them. But for some reason with this one, I just wanted more. Maybe I just wanted more from the book, more from the characters. I don't know, but I wanted more. And I don't think I can give this one 5 stars. I know I can't. I don't know if I can give this one 4 stars either. I liked it though. I really did like it. I thought it was cute and fun, and I loved the female-female relationship. So I am excited to read more female-female historical romances. But yeah, this one's light on Steam, very light on Steam. There's like practically none in this one. I think there's like one scene that's somewhat, and it's not even really that steamy in my opinion. So yeah, if y'all are looking for a sapphic female-female that's not too steamy, that's one for you to check out. But yeah, I think this one would fall like a 3.5 star for me, and I'm not gonna go through my spreadsheet and do that tonight, but I finished the book and I feel like a new woman. I like historical romances, and it's very strange for me to come on camera and be like, hi, I like historical romances, when I've said for months now that I don't like historical fiction and that I didn't think I would like historical romance. So here we are. This has been a fun journey, and I hope that you all enjoyed the journey coming along with me and finding my love for historical romances as I find it myself. So yeah, expect a massive historical fiction book haul, because here I am, ordered a ton of historical romances. So if you all want to be my friend on any other platform, I have all my links in the description. It's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.
Rosie, sweet Rosie.